Oh boy. Okay, good morning and welcome to Breakfast Spelunky for the 10th of April, 2020, week 4, I guess, of quarantine. Um, Hello everyone, how are you doing? I don't think there's anyone new here, but my name is Andy Nealon. I'm a co-host of the Spelunky Show. It's a podcast. You can look us up on Twitter. And every Friday I do this thing. Brett Duville says I can't be happy about that ball cap. Brett, I'm not. I don't know if you know this about me, but I don't watch a whole lot of baseball, and I got this from my brother-in-law who's from LA. When I was on the East Coast, and he's like, "You gotta represent now." So, hi Cypherpunk, hi Hexel. What's the pre-game drink water? It is. I'm trying to limit myself to like one coffee cup in the morning right now because I'm rationing it. I actually have like 6 frozen bags, but Kevin Thompson a little early for the gin and tonics. Yes, it would be a stretch, but whatever. I mean, in this day and age, I guess in this day and age it would be more of a keep your immune system intact rather than maybe drinking at this point in the day is not a good thing. And before you think I'm an alcoholic, no, I'm just German. Germany, we kind of have a thing called Frühschoppen, which is when we have like a cookout at 10 a.m., but also drink Hefeweizen. Brett says, very happy to have a short video clip of Manny Machado trying to duck out final strikeout. Again, Brett, I know nothing. Like Tracy at our work, right? Tracy Fullerton she's like the biggest Dodgers fan in the universe. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I think most of them are. Most of the people who are from LA are just like in love with that. Maybe I'll get into it. Who knows? Hi, Sport Print. Before we get started, let's see if I can actually do this. I'm going to move my display capture. Oh, wait. Why is this not working? Oh, because I'm not showing it. That's why. Wow, OBS, really hard to navigate around here. Let's turn this on, do this. Because very briefly... So this is what happened this morning. I'm doing the Steam Daily right now, but this is what happened to the PSN Daily this morning. I had 2 plasma rifles on 1.3. And boy, oh boy, did that not go well. I mean, the plasma rifle part actually went really well. But the other part, which, let's see if I can actually... Twitch.tv, not the Spelunky Show. See if I can show you the VOD, because this is so... Whoa. Okay, this is not going to work, obviously. Oh, I love it. The Hall of Mirrors effects are always good. But that's not what I'm trying to get to. Here is this going to work? I think it's going to work. Whoa. Let's mute that. So here's how you die when you are... Wait, is this the right one? This might not be the... Oh no, this is probably it. Yeah, yep, this is it. So here, okay, let me explain very briefly. So everything's going great. But then, okay, so let's pause this. I would like to point out the 84 in the upper left corner. 84 bombs. 84 bombs. What do? Okay, let's pause it again. Danger. This down here, danger, right? Lava. Obviously danger. I have a jetpack. I have 84 bombs. Why am I not bombing my way to safety? Instead, I'm going to headbutt, which I cannot do, a lava ball and be dead. So that's that. Lesson for today, don't headbutt lava balls. It's a really bad idea. It has no, it's not worth it. So let's go back to this. Okay. Let's see. John Axon says we're all becoming alcoholics after this, or whatever your preferred drug is. Grumpf, it's not Go Team Go. Tobias, Americans make really action-oriented movies, and then they like very slow but bursty tactical sports like football and baseball. It's true. Bomb count, yep. Boop, 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 boop. Use those bombs. Yep, always use those bombs. Let's see if I can use the bombs today. So I'm going to get into this. Let's see how this is going to work. I'm going to play as Colin Northway. Okay. So earlier today, I saw... when I just started the stream, I saw that Steve Swink was on this stream. So I don't know if he's still here, but if he is, Steve, hi. And why aren't you a playable character in this game? That's my question for Steve Swink for the day. Kind of feel like Steve should be a playable character in this game. If it weren't for Steve Swink, I probably would have never even considered getting into Spelunky, I think. Because it was his talk at GDC China in 2010, if I'm not wrong, where he sang the praises of the original Spelunky with respect to how amazing the game is and how amazing you feel if you get good at it and beat it and Iron Man it. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing that. That's the thing I'm going to do next. But then I really, really never managed to get into the original Spelunky because I think like I couldn't wrap my head around the controls. And I know people were playing it on keyboard or with like joy to key mappings and stuff like that, but man, that super didn't work for me. Man, I'm kind of short on money for everything, right? This is such a nice shop too, but I do not have the skills required to make my way into that shop and just destroy the shopkeeper. That is not a thing I can do. We talked about it actually. So our show with Martin Jonasson is going live later today, and we talked a lot about being able to use the tutorial to practice. Where am I money-wise? Hey, there you are. Martin's right here. Cool. Right, so yesterday we all discussed, yes, you could totally use the tutorial. I can make that jump, right? You could totally use the tutorial to practice whipping the shopkeeper and stealing all the goods from the shopkeeper. Again, I actually tried that before the stream today. You'd think for someone who's played thousands of hours of this game that I'd know how that works, and I still can't figure it out. It's, yeah, Martin says it's super hard. And Sporprint says, knowing your level is a skill. Well, I think I know mine. Okay, let's see. Can I actually get up here? No, I'm going to need another rope. But I am going to use that rope because this is worth getting the big bomb box. I'd love to have the Matic as well. And I guess you could have a discussion as to whether the Matic would have even been a better choice right there. Because there are situations where it's just super nice to be able to bomb your way, to like chop your way through to whatever it is you need to have, and not have to use up these 16 bombs pretty good too. Let's see. Ick says, Spelunky news from today, Brute Wars lowers his own low percentage, no extra resources or power-ups world record from 229 to 231. To 229 from 231. Nice. Ix, if you want to paste the link, that would be appreciated for those who want to see it. Unparalleled says, I only played Spelunky because game designers won't shut up about it. Sorry. Martin said, Grapefruit says, the jump bomb trick is way more reliable for me. Yeah. Shop robbery strategy is not exactly precise, says Ix, but the consequences of messing up slightly almost always just ends a run. I still mess up sometime. Okay, I think Ix is officially, according to Moss ranking, the second best Spelunky player in the known universe. If you mess up occasionally, I am never going to try to get good at that. Okay, another box of bombs. She now makes me think that I definitely should have bought the Matic. Is there anything else in there worth? Nah, for sure not. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, as a statistician speaking to an economist, The likelihood of me surviving that if you don't manage to pull that off reliably is extremely low. Like, here's another one. Here's another one, right? I used to just jump up and throw a bomb in there. Oh, you know what? I only have 2 ropes, so I am going to do that. Because I can do that pretty reliably, but I can also just rope my way up straight next to the web and just put it in. And that always works. Thanks, Grump. Thanks for the link. I'll get to the chat in another second. Let me just get out of this stuff first. Let's see, is there anything else here? No, this all looks fine. I'm just basically trying to get out of here and get as much stuff as I can because I already have the Udget Eye. So that's fine. It says I have the second most world records of Moss ranking categories, but none of them are for the most competitive categories. I'm ranked 13 overall on main categories these days. Oh, are they weighted? Like if you look at the overall ranking, is it just weighted by, has the community agreed on a weighting that will like give you your compound score? Because I don't know. I don't check it often enough. Let's see. Unparalleled says, don't be sorry. Spelunky is a masterpiece. As a player, it's not a game I would choose normally. As a creator, I'm constantly impressed by how other design mods fit together. Yep. Fully 100% agree. Very, very much. Like, it's so weird how in tune I am with everything about the design parameters of this game. It's so wild that today when I was playing the tutorial, and the tutorial has like a couple of things that look a little bit different than the generator, I'm like, whoa, this is strange, right? And when I played Spelunky 2, like a little bit over a year ago at Day of the Devs, and we did have a build at some point that Derek gave us for the show, which I think was the Day of the Devs build. It wasn't off-putting, but like I didn't know what was going on. And also, you know, Derek's tweaking the generator for Spelunky 2 because, I mean, the holy grail of all that is that it feels a little bit more natural. Natural as in not made by, well, not sort of intentionally made by a higher intelligence. I don't know. I don't even see, as a person who's done this research for a while, I can't even come with a coherent statement that would like make a ton of sense always. Because Noita looks like it's made by erosion. Right? It looks like it's made by like physical processes in the world, which is something that is great, but also doesn't have this like regularity and like chess-like feel. Like it doesn't have the discrete, chunky integers, as we tend to call this sometimes. Jesus, really? I haven't killed monkeys yet? Yeah, and Martin Grapefruit just says an entirely new engine and all the physics are new too, right? Yeah, and I mean, if you ever go back and listen to the episode with Derek, you know, or the various times we've interviewed him, he'll always say stuff like, am I going to try to get that? I am. Oh, that worked. He'll always say stuff like, most of this is gut feeling, right? Like, most of this is not, like, I'm not tweaking parameters and then looking at them. And I think a lot of people who are good at, like, tweaking game systems have that skill where they just, you know, it's like making music on a synthesizer, which is, like, my go-to thing these days. In terms of analogies, like a lot of the stuff is like, yes, I now have a better idea to know what resonance and cutoff means so that I can have like a mental model in my head. But the person who I listen to most about this these days is this guy called, I'm gonna get his last name wrong. I think his name is Daniel Fisher, and he's a Sweetwater sales engineer. And he's just like amazing at this stuff, and I think he's been doing it for decades. And even he's like, don't ever, and this, I love these parallels to game design. He's like, don't ever turn a knob on a synth without holding down a note. Because you can't really predict 100% where that's going to go. So I don't have the boots. I have 19 bombs, so I think that, aw, come on. No. Ugh. Dog. So let's, are you kidding me? Okay, big frog, you're thwarting me. So now, of course, that's going to probably just like cause whatever the frog was holding to go off into the... Why am I going over here using a rope? Well, honestly, for the most part, first of all, I don't think that the black market is up there, but I did want to have the pug, even though I have 7 health. Yeah, that was super necessary. That was for sure necessary. Hexel says you jumped on that caveman for fun. I do that. Martin says the physics are all different, which is upsetting. They're ever so slightly different. I think like the chunky parts about the like jumping up 2 blocks is still in it. So they had to tweak that. Spore Princess Chunky Integers, the platformer, for sure, right? And if you listen to us talk about this at all, it's just like one of the core differences between Noita and Spelunky. Unparalleled says Spelunky levels have a handcrafted feel. They do, right? Because of the chunkiness of the big 8x8 tiles blocks that have like some randomness. Sporeprint, did you do the synth opening for the Noita episode? I did not. I did not. I wanted to, but then Nick wanted to do it. And I was so swamped. And so that's fine. He just basically did a bunch of stuff, I think, in GarageBand. I'm trying to get better at using Ableton, right? And let's not, what am I doing here? What am I doing? That's insane. And I think I may, through my work, have free access to Pro Tools. So those are the kinds of things I'm looking at getting better at right now. But, I'll tell you in a second. Sporeprint says, have you listened to Suzanne Ciani? I just started listening to Suzanne Ciani's Buchla concerts about a month ago. Because obviously my feed is now telling me, here's all the stuff that you don't know yet. Hey, Super Strength Porygon. Always love new watchers. Let's see. Unparalleled says, was watching Foz's GDC talk from 2015. He talks about fine-tuning parameters by using synth controllers. Super interesting. Yeah, he did that for Klopp, right? For his like horse galloping game that is actually like people don't know about it, but he made a game called CLOP, which is obviously a reference to Klopp. And he like tweaked the physics parameters by attaching a MIDI controller and wiring up the physics parameters to the sliders. It's pretty amazing. It says only 18 of Moss Rankings categories count for the competitive ranking out of 60 or total. Kinney has most of these and lots of other ones. I've got 13 world records in categories that lots of the community has passed on due to difficulty, like pacifist runs where the goal is to beat Yama without killing any enemies. Got it. Yeah, those Buchla concerts, man. And also, like, wow, how can you be so ahead of your time? Like, I'm only recently started getting into this whole synth insanity, and so it's beautiful, right? It's like one of those things where a couple years ago when I started playing Magic, and I'd never really played Magic before, and everyone's like, what? And it was funny because at the same time I was getting into Zeppelin, which again, I realize a lot of people do that before they turn 45, but I didn't. So I always have these things to go back to. By the way, if anyone hears the click because I'm too distracted to pay attention to the black market and we're already on 2-2, please point it out. What am I doing here? I'm doing something not smart. Yeah, there's a piranha down there. I don't want to get hit by, and I got hit by it. I, of course, but also have 7 health, so who cares? Yeah, I don't think it's over there. Let's get out of here. Unparalleled says designing with physics, spend the physics engine to your will. Yeah, isn't the name of the talk. Yeah, I think that was where he explained all the different sliders and checkboxes and whatnot in Unity, which I wonder if they're still the same, but I think they are, right? It was like differences between standard and continuous collision detection. Andy, my man, that was lame. What was lame? You gotta drop the boomerang down and then whip the bat as you jump down, dude. Okay. Again, not a skill I really have, but I can try. Kid for today. Doug's Twitter feed is also 75% early Japanese synth music. Yeah, Doug Wilson turns me on to a lot of this stuff, for sure. Sporeprint says Dave Wise who composed the music for Battletoads and Donkey Kong Country, was discovered while working at a synth shop. Cool. And Donkey Kong Country famously has amazing music, right? Ick says, I want to play some Chesses 2 from Pipid Bar. I haven't played it yet. I saw it on Twitter, but I have not played the game yet. Is Chesses 2 is the one with the Fog of War, right? Or is that a different game? I don't even know. I know that there's one that has a Fog of War. Okay, so now I obviously have to go over here to the right. So let's throw a bomb there. Because I really don't want to miss the black market being all the way over here. I guess I could get up there with a rope. I only have 3 ropes and I have 15 bombs. Do I really want to? Yeah, come on. Let's do this. Like, I don't think, like, my gut tells me that the black market is not over here, which it's not, but I also don't want to mess that up, right? I don't want to miss it. Oh yeah, Ick says that's the one with the Fog of War. Yeah, chest with the fog, oh, there's the black market, cool. Chest with the Fog of War just sounds like a fantastic idea, right? And terrifying. Right? Because the thing that I think is most terrifying in something like StarCraft or Magic, I find the feeling to be similar, is not knowing what your opponent is up to, right? And you having a high stakes in the game, as in being really invested in the outcome. Like if those two things are true, then my stress levels go up by a lot. Pretty good on bombs. I tend to undo the risks of dying to stuff like that in the black market, which always makes it look like I'm trying to be a little bit too safe. Let's do that and do that. But here's just the thing, right? Like, I have no desire here. There's so many bombs in this level. I have no desire to die to something like that. Right, and now we have a second shopkeeper whose bullets just came through, but who's stuck over in the other store for now. And there, that just happened. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Let's see what's going on down here. Okay, not a whole lot. Looks like they're all over here. So let's try not to get grabbed by the shopkeeper. Yet another one of my favorite things to do by accident. I think that may have been it. I think that may have been... Ah, man. Okay, sorry, bud. Okay, so normally I get out of here by bombing my way down on the right, but, okay, there's too much good stuff here. Oh, come on. Would you stop already? Okay, this is starting to get comical. Okay, 5 health. All good. Where are these buddies? They must still be in there, right? Yeah, they're still in there. Ugh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That shopkeeper just used the Lucha Libre dude as a meat shield. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 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 Don't. No. Let's not mess this up. Where's the... Okay, ghost coming from the side I don't want the ghost to come from, but also I can easily rope my way out of this situation. So let's do that. Try not to be terribly bad about it. Okay, got it. Okay, let's see. I probably missed a million things here. Nobuo Uematsu, famed FF composer, Final Fantasy composer, working at music rental shop in Tokyo when they asked him to work for Squaresoft. Cool. Mark Rosewater, lead designer on Magic for the last 2 decades, was working, I think, as a writer on Roseanne, and was also working in a games shop when he did puzzles for magic, and then eventually became the designer. There's a lot of steps in between that, obviously. Chesses 2 also has a step sequencer that's supposedly wacky. Nice. Hexel says, never thought about that way. Platform Fog of War. Oh, because John says, speaking of Fog of War, this black market lighting. Ix says planned. Oh yeah, everything's planned, Ix. You know that. Come on. You've seen me play often enough. That was pretty close, though. Yeah, Ma Roseanne. Yep, that's a good one. Okay, so let's see what's in store for this. By the way, once again, I had planned before today to look up what my current track record is. Oh, that looks a little bit too risky. Let's just bomb my way through here. I have 23 bombs. I don't know how many dailies I beat in a row right now on the Fridays. I'm not sure. So I'd like that box, but if I bomb here, will I accidentally get the shopkeeper out? I don't think so. No, I will not. But it was only ropes. That's unfortunate. Also, I don't have spiky boots, which I don't like. Take this elevator down. Is that worth it? You know what? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I have enough of this stuff in there. But I don't think that's worth it. Let's get out of here. Like, I don't... Ugh. Okay, that dude's gone. Just get out of here. We're in 3-1. Yep. I think it would have... if you had planted it in the upper right corner. Yeah, Delveringer, but it would have been like, I don't know. I think I would have like wasted, it would have been maybe worth it. But when I say not worth it, I mean that the chances of me dying to it are not 0. Ix says, join Moss ranking. It will collect your daily history. Won't be able to tell if you beat a daily or just got to 5-4. Huh. Yes. I'm so bad at this. Tobias says, do you ever know how many dailies you have? Sometimes when I'm playing on PSN, I do. Like, I almost did a hat trick this week. In fact, I beat it a 4th day in a row, but I didn't beat it on the 3rd day because I died on 5-4 to fall damage at 1 health. So I've once in my life managed to pull off a 4-day in a row streak. I've only ever managed a 3-day streak once, but it was also the time I pulled off the 4-day streak on the PSN daily. Which, oh my god. Oh my god, that was so bad. Oh, I lucked out. Well, I kind of not... Okay, I say fall damage, and then I die to fall damage. Is that how that works? I'm on 3-2, which means that somewhere soon there will be a... Not here, I guess. I didn't miss the Moai head, right? No, I don't think so. It's not here. So it must be... Again, this is a question that Ix can answer better. I'm just going to trigger this shopkeeper and then hope that it just walks off the side of the level. It's not going to walk off the side of the level, so let's help it. Let's help him a bit with that. Or that. Okay. Right. So it wasn't on, so Ix confirms. So it's not on, this was always the thing I think, right? It's not on 3-2 unless I'm really blind and someone can, I'm gonna wait till someone in the chat says, you probably missed it here. But I think I didn't, right? I have 15 bombs. Why am I not just going up here and checking it out? Yeah, I don't think I missed it. Right, and there's no point actually in getting health now because given that it's not here, I'm going to have to die on the next level anyway. Right, and I could be very trusting now and say, well, that's always the case. And just kill myself right now. Oh, I didn't trade shotguns. Ugh! Right, well, first of all, I'm not going to kill myself right now because the shop still has a lot of real good stuff. Right, but in theory... how am I gonna do this? It's just bomb from here, right? There's enough bombs in there. There we go. There is the head. Oh, well, I actually wanted to use that to kill myself, but there's another one up there. And because I'm not holding the... Yeah, whatever. Let's see. Cursed run. Seriously, I thought you just missed it when you go into the... Yeah, into the MS. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know acronyms. Sorry, well, the lantern dropped. That was cool. I wonder if you can pick it up. I love using the lanterns as throws because their hitboxes are huge. Yeah, okay. Oh, mothership. Thanks. Yeah, I never go into the mothership. That's why I don't know what that means. I guess I could also say that I'm generally not a fan of acronyms in general, in language. Like the number of times, you know, I'm old, so the number of times I've had to look on like websites to understand what all these 4 or 5 letter IIRC, etc., chat things mean is, if I could have that time back, that would be nice. Yeah, Urban Dictionary is my friend. Yep. I'm a Nephoa. Okay. Focus. Wait, is the shopkeeper? Where the fuck? Oh, there. Oh, man. I'm so sad whenever I mess up our perfectly clean slate that Nick is so proud of that we, like, oh, that was way too close. I'm just gonna get out of here. I'm starting to feel insecure. Let's see. SMFHTBQH. Okay. Uh-oh. That was unnecessary. Let's, make sure that is... no. Why the... Oh, man, I missed the second throw. I think that should already have been 1 damage. Yeah, it was. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Delverino. Okay. Wait, where's the... Oh, cool. Well, let's just make... I think these are both... No, that wasn't triggered yet. Where's the... But that was triggered for sure. I still don't have the... Okay, I've got 19 bombs. Why am I worried about this? Okay. That was, again, muscle memory. I didn't really need that. I'm also going to get rid of that, just to be on the safe side. Okay, cool. And we're out. Wait, Ix, you've never seen me fire the scepter? I used to fire the scepter all the time. Because I was just like, oh, this can't possibly go wrong, right? Yeah, let's just get out of here. Definitely, yeah, Delgreen says, definitely fired it before. Definitely also died to firing it before. But, like, yeah, I find it fairly reliable. But sometimes it passes through multiple characters until it then does get back to me and kill me. Which is why I do try to avoid using it as much as I can. Seems a little bit shaky. Oh, especially because I still don't have... There we go. Spikio Butzo. Oh, how nice. How nice that that already happened. Okay, so let's just bomb this. Probably want to not... Well, I have to get back up here anyway, so I'll just rope my way down here. Where's the shotgun? I mean, I have to find the shotgun. Right? Ugh. Oh boy, didn't want that to happen. Well, thanks. Thanks, Tiki Trap. What the? Oh, there he is. Let's... Okay, this is working out just fine. But I think, do I waste a bomb here? Probably. Right, because I do want... Oh, didn't want to do that necessarily. But I don't have the cup, and I'm only at 2 health, so that's fine. Yeah, I don't have the gloves, and I don't have the spiky boots. Like, that's weird. That's a weird run for me. Do you guys ever take on the whistling attention sound? How take on the whistling attention sound? What whistle sound when one of the text notices comes up? That is an interesting little detail. Kevin Thompson says, the bulk of my Spelunky knowledge has come from the stream. When I picked up the scepter for the first time last week, I was surprised it fired. It fires all right, pretty fast too, like way faster than when Anubis fires at you. Oh yeah, chill runs up your spine. Ick says I don't have a take on it, but I'm happy to generate one. It is a peculiar sound. It's true, it is a peculiar sound. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your face. Trying to get... It doesn't matter, everything's clean. I'm just trying to get used to the idea of not rubbing my face constantly, which I normally do all the time. Okay. So I have no way of getting up and down other than 17 ropes, right? Which I do not like, right? That is a situation that I think I generally don't particularly enjoy, because now I have to do dumb stuff like this that I feel is going to get me killed, right? Oh no, what did I just do? I don't even know what just happened. Okay, so let's... Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, RNG. That is very kind of you to at least give me the gloves, right? If I have no way of getting up and down in a level other than ropes, it's kind of disturbing to me. Like, it is not... it's gonna mess me up really bad, right? Because I'm gonna be like, oh, I must have one of those things, and then I don't, right? And then I just do this without having it and take fall damage and take fall damage and take fall damage, and then it's game over. Yeah, this looks fine. Ah, no. Come on, man. That's bad. Okay, so it's here. I'm not sure that's going to actually take... I think it will. Nope, it will not. So let's do that. Again, someone potentially is going to point out right now that I could be doing this with... by just luring Olmec over, but that is, again, not a skill that I've ever practiced. Oh my god, that was close. Ick says, oh wait, Hex was what? Unparalleled Dev, does Spelunky Classic have that whistle noise? I don't know. I don't remember. Ick says, grab the rope while riding Olmec. Probably a cape on 5-1. Hitbox Madness. Oh yeah. I mean, the likelihood of a cape being on any of the 5s is high because of Vlad, or a vampire, right? Is that gonna... Man, I think that I'd be close enough to trigger that guy. 11 bombs. Whatever, man. It's not great, but I'm gonna do it. Like, I don't have a whole lot of bombs, but I also don't need a whole lot in this level. I mean, it's nice to bomb your way out of every possible situation here. I don't want to risk that. So again, I'm probably gonna, because I don't think I can shoot. I don't want to have that thing stun me. Oh boy. Ooh, that was not good. That was a tad too close. That was a tad too close. So I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna make sure that these do not become an issue as I get rid of the chest on top of that so that it will not fall on my head or hit me inadvertently. Okay, so sometimes I like doing what I'm going to try right now. I don't think it has a high success rate, to be honest. But let's try it, just for the fun of it. Right, because... Well, let's try a thing. Why did I do that? That made no sense. Let's do this. Yeah, because the thing is, here's the thing. I don't have... Man, I don't have a whole lot. I don't have a whole lot of stuff. Right, let's bomb our way out of here. And you know, apologies if you right now think I'm making extremely poor decisions. Like that one. That wasn't particularly great. Man, this is kind of bumming me out right now. Because now I just have to time the jump. Okay, that worked. Brett, if only you had a cape. Yeah, it would be great. Wait, oh yeah, cape. Yeah, see, that's what happens if I don't actually look at the... So here's the thing about the capes, though, in that case. I don't think... Hey, Alex. I think the cape would have potentially been a liability there, because I would have opened it and floated to my death. But yeah, I should have taken the cape. That's just me being like a dumb player, right? Okay, let's not take that 1 damage. Let's go do this. Let's see what's going on down here. Nothing good. Nothing good is going on down here. So I'm gonna go around here. Potentially throw a rope from here to be able to get rid of that damage over there. Jump here. Crawl through here. I love AI. Okay, let's see. Fine. Ooh. See, I kind of... Okay, so this is a case where, okay, I only have 3 bombs, but I kind of feel like I have to do the good old, like, do a bomb and another bomb trick here. Right? Because otherwise it's just going to get too risky with that little gap down here on the right. I'm pointing to my screen. Let's see. John, I love how OCD paranoid Spelunky makes you. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not the zero OCD person in real life, so it's not like it's a huge shift. He took the message of Pixar's Incredibles to heart. Trust your instincts. Yep. Committing to a capeless run. Yeah, no capes. No capes. I do love that part. It's probably the best part of that entire movie. Okay, so I have enough ropes here again to like not have to unnecessarily get into a situation where these guys would bum me out. But I also don't have... There, so let's get a cape. Okay. If I die because of the cape now, that would be amazing. Right, I don't have the spiky boots, so that's not going to really do a whole lot of damage. Okay, let's see how we manage to not die here. Again, 9 ropes tells me... Well, do I... Okay, let's just get out of here. Right, I'm not too worried. This seemed fine. don't care as much about those ropes as I do. I don't really care about that. Man, I'm stuck on the wall. Let's not do this. That's the real... Nope, that's her. Why? Oh boy. So, again, Ix, help me here. I thought that the phantasm, or whatever you call that character, okay, dead, is howls twice as often. I thought that was the big giveaway. But I just waited forever, right? Sellout, indeed, no principles. Del Rito, oh no, what if you're fighting on an airplane? What? John says that was a cheeky double bomb. Hacksaw Succubus yells more. Right. Yeah, that's what I thought, right? But it didn't seem like to yell more just now. Like, I feel like I was waiting forever and there's nothing happening. But again, who knows? Clearly I'm on slight tilt today. But I have 3 health. Not a care in the world. Let's get off of that. This seems pretty doable, right? Yeah, come on. Yeah, this is... If I lose to this now, I will officially cancel the Spelunky Show Twitch account. No, it just worked. Okay, cool. It worked. Nice. I love it. I would like to shout out to a person on our Discord, Artie, I think, who, thanks everyone, who said that they just beat Hell for the first time and then also posted a video of beating Hell for the first time. I would urge you to go onto our Discord and see that, because, you know, he's tearing up clearly. And I just, you know, I mentioned him in a post where I was just like, yeah, I remember when I did that for the first time in 2014, I think. It was very emotional, very, very emotional. In his case, or in their case, unnecessary gendering once again. In their case, it was 7 years. 7 years. Like, if you try a thing for 7 years and then it works, man, that must be like some release. Yeah, Brett DeVille, someday I'll do that. It's a trip. It's a trip. Like, to beat this for the first time definitely was amongst, like, maybe the top 5 moments, right? I think I did say on the Terry Kavanaugh show that getting the 20 trinkets in VVV was also amongst those moments because it felt so meaningful. Probably beating Dark Souls 1 for the first time. A couple of things, right? They were just seemed like insurmountable, and somehow I pulled them off. I have yet to finish Sekiro, but that game, people keep on telling me it's easy to go back to. That game is not easy to go back to, so I feel like I have to restart it. Cool, but totally not anything close to a roguelike or a roguelite. I'm currently playing a ton of Forza Horizon 4 because it's on Xbox Game Pass. I'm playing it on my PC, this thing that I brought home from work that I bought recently that's like has a 2080 GTX in it. Man, that game's fun. That is a fun racing game. And you can like team up and do races and all kinds. If anyone here is playing Forza Horizon 4, it has crossplay. Just please add me. I think I'm world mute on Xbox Live as well. That game is so good. It's so good. Alex says took so long until the first normal win, but was so great. Never beaten Hell, sadly. It's Alex. Come on, you know how hard it is to get. It's so hard to get to Hell, right? And then when you're in Hell, you're just like losing your mind the whole time. And you're just like, oh no, what bad thing could kill me here, right? Because there's so much going on. Like, it basically is the whole game. But then once you realize that it's also has benefits, right? Because everything's so compressed, it gets a lot easier. And then the thing is, I think Reagan Burns the other day on our Discord said something like getting to Hell twice in his Spelunky career. and both times dying. And the thing is, and you'll read this in the Spelunky book, or you can also find it online, right? The Yama level isn't hard. The Yama level is deliberately designed to be a thing that if you just like dev cheat your way to it by like hitting a button when they were playtesting it, is just like trivially easy, right? Anthony Carboni's in these credits too. That's cool. I never noticed that. So yeah, Yama is only hard because you're so stressed out on level 20 that it becomes extremely difficult if you don't know what you're doing. And I say this and I die on that level still, right? But like normally that's not the hardest level in the game. Yeah, Alex says, I know, I died at the door to Yama. Yo, yeah, man, me too. Many, many times. Unparalleled Dev, I've only gotten to the end of the ice caves, but even getting there was so satisfying. Yeah, it is. And it's amazing, right? And then you can use the tunnel builder if you just want to practice the temple. But of course, you don't have all the cool stuff that you picked up along the way. Hexel says, Anthony Carboni has a cool pod I just listening to again. Yeah, Anthony Carboni has a lot of cool stuff. Not the least of which being his very good skills at cutting his own hair, I think, or his wife cutting his hair. I just saw a picture of him on Twitter, which I can only assume is from right now while we're all isolating. And it's like, that's how good. So I'm like, yeah, okay, you're cool, dude. Hell's super claustrophobic too. It is, right? But it's also like once you get into the vibe of like the walls protecting you, I feel like it gets easier. Alex says, I was nervous the first 3 times at Olmec and did stupid things. Sure. Oh, Hexel says, Bitejacker was what got me into indie games. So Bitejacker is what got literally Osmos on the map and how I met Anthony Carboni. Like in one of the very first Bitejacker episodes, I think I may have even still living in Berlin. Like it's forever ago, right? I like saw this on YouTube. I was like, oh, who's this Anthony Carboni guy? He really likes Osmos. And then I think Boing Boing, whatever Brandon Boyer was doing back then, picked it up, and it was amazing, right? And I don't know what exactly contributed to it, but it was like that stuff helped, right? So whenever I see Anthony, I always give him a huge hug, right? Because it's just like he will forever. I will never be out of Anthony Carboni's debt, but I don't think he sees it that way, right? Anthony's a cool dude. We both live in Los Angeles. When this is all over, I hope I can find time to hang out with people I haven't actually interacted with a whole lot since I've been here for a year and a half, including Derek Yu, who also, lives here somewhere too. So we should all hang out at some point. Oh yeah, I saw that. I see that following bot start stuff all the time. I kind of ignore it. I don't care. Maybe there's a way for me to just right click on this and ban it, but I don't care. I'm not famous enough, and it doesn't matter. What else do we have here? Maybe at this point I look because I know some of you are here. Actually, both of you are here. 5-3, eh, Kevin? That's okay. Sorry. Mima 3-2, Kevin 3-2, Docky 2-1. Oh, Docky's new today. Kevin 4-4, 1-4. No one on the 6th. 3-2. 5-4. Congratulations again, Kevin Thompson. After only a week after beating Olmec, also beat Hell, which is mind-blowing to me because that took me a year. But I don't know exactly how much you played. I only play the daily, right? So, but whatever, right? It is what it is. That's a very... Oh, it was a very generous daily. I think I remember... Well, I didn't play that one, so... but cool. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to exit this. And I'm just going to go back to my display capture. Right? Because why not? And we can still see this wonderful, wonderful PSN daily from today. Because that was super, super fun. It was fun because I did carry the plasma rifle with me until I started feeling like now it's going to become a liability. And then that didn't even kill me. Kevin says that was shotgun and jetpack on 1-2. Yeah, whatever. It's still hell, right? Ick says I've barely gotten a chance to play Spelunky in the past month of social distancing. Have my Surface and a controller, but usually doing things with my co-isolation buddy, which makes more sense, right? When you say doing things, is that Animal Crossing? Because I started trying that, and I don't know if I can do that one. I don't know if I can pull that one off. It's just I played so much New Leaf that this is just like, am I going to be able to stomach Tom Nook again? Like, because boy, oh boy, do I have Tom Nook PTSD from New Leaf. Ick says, I'll try to get on your daily scoreboard at some point, though. Awesome. Brett says, I already lived through that once, so I'm out. Cheers, Andy. Take care. Ick's board games and such. Oh, nice. Yeah. We were thinking of finishing Pandemic Season 1. We were in like October or something, but I kind of can't stomach it. Right? I'm also like a person who's like trying to avoid the news, and I only follow the current like University of Washington's like probable peak graphs. Ick says puzzles and a ton of TV. Oh yeah, we saw the puzzle stuff. Pandemic and card games and Mario Party up so far. Yeah, that's all cool. I'm playing. What are we playing? We have been playing the various flavors of Azul. That's a really, really cool board game. The first one's probably still better than the second one. I just ordered the third one. That's our go-to game right now. It's kind of deep strategically, but it's also really nice to play. So I highly, highly recommend the original Azul. I don't see where it is right now. One of these days, I'll point the camera at my board game library right in front of me. But Azul is amazing. What else are we doing? We're watching a bunch of shows. I'm catching up on Fleabag. I still haven't watched Watchmen, all kinds of stuff like that. Doing a bunch of synth stuff. Next week, I'll probably point the camera to the monster synth I just ordered that's arriving next Wednesday. Oh, Hexel Space asking Ix of board games. Yeah, so I got that one wrong. Kevin says, I like the congrats on a hell win, and then that's okay for 5-3. Yeah. Ix says puzzles and a ton of TV. Oh yeah, I got that one. Unparalleled dev. Psychological aspect of Spelunky are intense. When I get to a new personal best area, I guess that's what PB is, my anxiety spikes and I start playing funny. Yep. Ix, lots of Zoom calls. Yep. I mean, I'm still teaching full time, right? I have to get on a call after this to redesign our games and animation Bachelor of Arts. Alex says, oh yes, Unparalleled Dev. Sportprint F, a Spelunky show like tabletop Sims session would be great. I have Tabletop Simulator, right? Like I have it. I've never used it. I hear that the modules you can get for it, for Wingspan, which I think is also a fantastic engine building game. Like I've only played it once, but I immediately got the flavor of it being like a more viable strategies and more freeform version of something like Race for the Galaxy, which is my go-to tableau building game, where you're building an engine in front of you. That and Roll for the Galaxy. And again, every time when I look up, it's like I am literally looking at the shelves. Right? I'm like, okay, what's up there? Man, I wish I'm isolating with my wife and my kid, but we can't play a 2-player Twilight Imperium, and also she would probably divorce me if I asked her to. Man, if I had 3 people around, or maybe even 2, Twilight Imperium would be amazing. John Axon says, have you seen Devs? It's pretty cool. So that was high on my list on the next to watch because it's gotten ringing endorsements from so many different people in my circles that have nothing to do with each other, right? So I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, that and something else that I think also just I saw an ad for yesterday when I was watching Twitch. Sportpredef says there's so many great rare modules out there. You mean for a tabletop simulator? Because yeah, I'd like to play. I also hear that most of them are free. I guess it's just like the ones that are more prominent and new cost like $5. Sportprint says, and it beats a lot of the games that require tons of games like Twilight Imperium. Yeah, the thing with Twilight Imperium is I just have a soft spot for it because I played 3 and I liked it all right. And then I played 4 and I was like, oh my God, this is so much better than 3. Like it makes away with so much of the busy work. It has a lot of setup, but once you get playing, it's like just such a joy to play, even though it's complicated and weird, but it doesn't really matter because there's a lot of politics, but also a lot of, anyway, I'm not gonna gush over this game, but like I think it shot up on Board Game Geek, and I think it did that for a very, very good reason. Oh yeah, and the other game I ordered because it's, I guess, the hotness right now is the Clank Legacy card game, which is a deck building game that has a legacy component that I think was designed by or at least the lore and the story and the graphics are some people from Penny Arcade and stuff like that. Oh, Sportburn F says get better and better. Big TI fan here. We were trying to do it once a year, but like I also had a larger play group in New York, and I haven't managed to establish that here yet because I'm still trying to figure out how to live in LA, and right now it's not making things a whole lot easier. And we find ourselves in the process of literally still trying to buy a house, which is insanity. Yeah, it's my analogy there to all people was always like, they were like, oh, it's like buying a house so stressful. Yeah, but when everything else is stressful, it's almost like having 5 different pains and one's more than the other and the others don't matter. Also, Space Cats Peace Turtles is a great TI podcast. Oh man, I should listen to that. The thing I think about Twilight Imperium is even for it serves everyone so well. Like there's enough lore, there's enough strategy, there's enough chunkiness, there's enough goofiness, there's enough you can get good at it and actually want to win. But if you lose to someone who does that, it doesn't feel terrible, and you can mega role play. Like I'm not a big role player, but in that game, the choices of the races and what their like inherent abilities are very much pushes you in a direction that you maybe should check out before. This is not the TI Spelunky Friday. I get it. No one said that yet, but also I'm just like feel like I'm going off on a TI thing here. Yeah, Sportprint says best way to lose friends since diplomacy. I've only ever played it with game designers. Actually, that's not true. My friend Jesse's not a game designer. He did lose pretty bad though, but he still enjoyed it. Like I've never had a bad never. I've only played it twice. The 2 times I played it, always great experiences. The first time I played it was a good experience. I'm gonna have to shout this out because I had TI3. I didn't know how to play it, and we had Quentin Smith visiting on the weekend in New York, like I guess like 6-7 years ago. I guess that's how long ago that would have been. And he like generously offered to teach us all the game and play like a nice 12-hour version of Twilight Imperium. Quentin Smith runs shutupandSitDown.com, and is a really, really, really great guy. John Axon says I'm assessing over turnip prices with my coworkers. We cashed out today for millions. Oh man, okay. I'm still gonna play it. I just don't know how much I have in it because right now I think I'm close to wrapping up Death Stranding. I'm like 41 hours in, and I think I made it all the way over to the coast, and we'll see what happens next. And then I also downloaded the new Final Fantasy VII remake because believe it or not, I never finished. I only ever made it to the 2nd disc in Final Fantasy VII back in the day. I never finished it, and people seem to think that this is a really, really cool reimagining of the game. So I'm kind of excited to play that. And I've always liked active time battle systems, so I'm looking forward to trying that out. Hacksaw Unit says, I have a friend who loves diplomacy, and I refuse to play it except on like his birthday. I've never played pure diplomacy. I've only ever played the Game of Thrones, the board game, which is like diplomacy with stuff, it feels like to me. And I like the trappings around it, and the people I've played it with, we're usually the same group. It usually had like memorable moments. Like Zach Gage podcast, Zach and I had like, we had a game of that where I backstabbed him after a half an hour deliberation. And after that, we had planned to go to get soup in the Lower East Side in Chinatown. And at the time, he still lived on 23rd Street in Midtown. And we walked there, and it took us an hour to get there, and we didn't speak a word because he couldn't believe that I'd backstabbed him. And then we ate silently until I was like, are we good? And he's like, yeah, I'm good now. And that was fine, right? But it was just like, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. Hacksaw Unit says it's too much. It's really intense. It's really not, I would not recommend this to anyone unless you can like, it's a different thing when you play these things with people who understand that you will be making meta rational decisions that maybe do not show the best parts of what your actual values are. If you can get around that and see it for what it is, then those things are amazing. Amazing. SportProdef says these very involved games are tough to get a game together. That is true. And if you want to play every couple of years, keeping the rules straight. Yeah, but again, I feel like TI4 did an amazing job of streamlining that. Like, I had no problem having not played the game for like 4 years after the first time we played it. Because I played it in like 2013 maybe. I think it was like 2013. And then I played it again in, I'm going to say 2017 or 18 even, with TI4. And I think I bought it from the factory, so the rules came in this like hardcover, which kind of made it more fun to go through them. There's a lot of weird things that happen with like the tactile nature of board games for me. I didn't find it was hard at all. Like, even the person who'd never played the game before, which I think we played 4 players, which made it easier because it was shorter. And then the person the two who had never played the game before got it. One was a game designer or is a game designer, got into it pretty fast. The other one who wasn't still figured out how to play the game, right? Hacksaw Unit says, I like the Resistance Avalon. I used to love that a lot too before One Night Ultimate Werewolf came around. But mainly because instead of backstabby strategy, it's backstabby yelling and pretending to be a wizard. It is great, right? And Avalon is so much better than Vanilla Resistance, I think, because of the cool rolls. But yeah, man, I feel like One Night Ultimate Werewolf replaced that for me. I still have Avalon over here. I say this and I don't see the box. I actually have One Night, and right next to it is Magical Athlete, which I also should play again. But yeah, One Night is so good because people who normally don't like to lie over multiple rounds don't have to, and because of that, it's easier to play, I think. Hacksaw, I think Diplomacy's denseness makes the betrayal sting too much for me. I've never played Diplomacy. I think I'd probably lose my mind. It's always those things where the duration of the decision and then the arbitrariness of it, because you had no agency, is what gets to me. And I played Neptune's Pride a couple of times, and I'm never going to touch that game again as long as I live, because I had a moment there where some very close friends role-played me into oblivion after we had allied for 2 weeks, and I was just like, it felt like they were breaking up with me, and I was like, this is too much for me to handle. I had to like go get a coffee and like take a break for the rest of the day, get some ice cream, and like wallow in my sorrow. But again, it's a story, right? Like it's an intense story, and it's not for everyone. I'm happy I had the experience. Don't want to ever have it again. Okay, it's 11:08. I think it's time for me to sign off because I have to still upload these VODs and get to a meeting in 1 and all kinds of other stuff. And also, we're already all in video and stuff all the time, and I think it would be nice if I had a break. But what I will say is, I think Nick and I and a couple other people are going to try to do these ad hoc Noida streams. Hopefully we can start scheduling them, but they won't be regular like this one. I don't think so. We did record a show yesterday with Martin Jonassen, Grapefruit, who was here earlier, mostly talking about Hold Down, and it's really cool. It's such a fun episode. Martin and I go pretty deep on a bunch of technical things about Hold Down that potentially are off-putting, but I hope if you like that kind of stuff, you'll hopefully enjoy it. I don't want to spoil anything because there's a big mind-blowing moment to me in that whole podcast. Actually 2, but one that's just like, what? That just makes a lot of sense. And I know if Docky watches this later, but it's one of those things that Docky would appreciate a ton, and I hope Docky gets to listen to it as well. Unparalleled says, thanks for the stream, Andy. Take care, everyone. Hexel, have a good one. Sportprint, thanks again. Glad to see everyone. Thanks, everyone. That was great. Expect the podcast out later today. If you're watching live right now, what I mean by today is Friday. It's gonna come on the stream later today. If you're following our Into the Depths Noita mini-series, that's coming back next Thursday. I think the homework was to experiment a lot more with the wands system, where you can you can load spells onto different wands and get different effects and different chaining effects, and it's kind of like magic combos, almost like Magic the Gathering card combos, which is wild. And I'd never seen that before, and it seems to be divisive, whether that's a good or bad thing, also because it's pretty hard to pull off from a user interface and user experience perspective. But I think that's the homework for next week. That's what I'm focusing on. I just had an amazing wand that like dug me through to the level after the snowy depths, which is the Hazy base, right? The Hazy base is another spike in difficulty. Wow. But I think I almost made it to the end of Hazy base, so I'm starting to feel more confident about my wand building skills. So I highly recommended you check that out. That's coming back next Thursday with our special guest Bennett Foddy. He's going to be on all shows, potentially, hopefully even I think on the last one where we have at least Petri Perot, one of the developers, on the show. And it's a lot of stuff. We're doing a lot of stuff. It's fun to do. I'm happy we're doing it. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any feedback, join the Discord. Find us out on Twitter. All these engagements are all optional. Nothing's mandatory. If you lurk and you want to just chill, that's everything goes. Everything goes. But with that, I'm going to sign off for today. I'm going to wish you a great Friday, a great weekend, a good week. Hopefully we all stay safe. Please stay inside if you can. Unless you have a what are they calling it, substantial business or a crucial business. If you are in that field, I tip my hat to you, right? Because that's amazing. Everyone who's doing that is a freaking superhero. The people who are delivering our food are superheroes. All of these people, essential, thanks Hacksaws, essential businesses. Everyone who's still doing things to keep people alive and to minimize our interfacing are superheroes. They're superheroes. I've never experienced anything like this in my lifetime. So, and wasn't in New York during 9/11, so maybe that's comparable. Maybe people have that impression. Maybe other people have lived in other countries with hardships and lived through people going above and beyond what can be expected of them. Just going to straight up say, applaud those people as much as you can. Give them as much of your money as you can, as much as you can spare, right? I'm tipping them all very, very generously because I don't know what else to do right now. It's amazing, right? It's amazing. So, and there's good, and if you really need it, John Krasinski has a show on Twitter, on YouTube called Some Good News, SGN. It's good news. It's only good news. We all need a little bit more good news right now because some of us, the best we can do is stay at home and play Animal Crossing. So wish you all the best. Be safe. Stay healthy. Wash your hands. Stay at home. And join us for all our shenanigans. Bye.